So, if you've watched my last few videos, you know that I went for a job interview and ended up actually getting the job. And I was gonna make some videos on like my work experience and how the job is going. But after 2 days, only 2 days, I decided to quit. And I know you're probably thinking, what's wrong with you? How can you quit after 2 days? You haven't even given it a chance. And I really didn't want to do that because of that reason. I really wanted the job to work out. But the reason why I had to make that decision, really, I kind of had to make a decision. It's not even that like I wanted to. Thinking about me in the future, I had to, and this was because I wanted to work in a sales role, improving on my customer service and practicing selling. If you've watched my videos, you know the career path I've decided to go down is to become a sales rep because of the fact that you can work for an entrepreneur, not even owning the business, so you have way less responsibility and still earn a lot of money if you are good enough. But I've said this all before. Obviously, I would like in the future to have like my own businesses, but like my mind right now has been on the fact that I want to get into sales. I want to start working for people, making connections and building my way up in the sales career path. Obviously, maybe side hustling on other businesses on the side. That's my plan. The job I applied for said that I'd be working in a warehouse, but also being on the trade counter or in the sales office. And after 2 days of working there and asking someone if I would work the counter or in the office, they said, nah, not for a while. It could be, a few months, could be a year, could be 2 years since I start working the trade counter, sales office, and whatever. So basically, what I was doing was manual labor, right? Lifting things, putting them in their place, injuring myself, right? All for half the pay because obviously it's an apprenticeship, not a proper job. And I'm not saying the work was hard, it wasn't difficult, like I was able to do it. Yeah, I got injured the next day, but I was still able to pretty much do it. But it completely affected my self-improvement journey. It made my, productivity go all the way up here. I went from the day before reading 100 pages of a book, which is something I've never done before, to not even being on self-improvement, barely meditating, not being able to work out. And because of that, it completely crushed my mental health. It destroyed it. And you when it comes to mental health is a weird topic because it's like people just lie and say, oh, I've got mental health issues just so they can be lazy, right? I had mental health issues, right? I don't really like to give it myself that title because I don't want to make myself seem like everyone else. Like I was pretty sad because of the fact that I was less productive, not because of the fact that I'm working too hard and I need a break. There's a difference, right? If you're claiming you have mental health issues just for an excuse so you could be lazy, that's bad. That's no, that's not good, right? But if you're sad because you want to be more productive, that's okay, and you just have to try and find a solution to get around that problem. Obviously, like I just said, I haven't been able to work out in about 5 days, so nearly a week, because of the injuries the job has given me, and I've been way too tired to read and meditate. Yesterday was the first time in, I don't even remember, I didn't meditate. I tried to meditate every single day, 50 minutes a day, and I didn't meditate yesterday, and I was just, I guess I cut myself a bit of slack because, one day of meditating gone is okay. We're going to get back on the grind. I now have, a bit of my time back. So we're going to get back on the self-improvement guide. But it's still a grind, but it's still a bit annoying. So for my future career and self-improvement journey, I had to quit. Plus, obviously, I'm only 17. So once I turn 18, I'm hopefully actually able to get a real job in sales. So let's say I stayed at that apprenticeship until I turned 18 and then I left to get an actual job, right? One, it will be harder to quit because I've built more relationships with people, right? And two, I wouldn't even get any qualifications for the apprenticeship because I wouldn't have even finished it. I turn 18 in August, right? So I'm quite a baby. I'm quite a baby, and it's obviously January right now, New Year. So what's that? 7-8 months. The apprenticeship is 18 months, I'm pretty sure. So I wouldn't even get any qualifications because, you know, I wouldn't have finished the apprenticeship. It's a year and a half, right? So the only benefit I'd get from working there is a small amount of money at the end of each month, which isn't really worth it to me either, seeing as I don't really need money right now. It's not really a must for me. But anyways, do I regret applying for the job? Do I regret this whole chapter of my life? No, of course not. I don't regret anything because every choice that you make is a life lesson that teaches you lots. And this life lesson in particular has taught me to 100% make sure I get the role I want before working for a job, finding out if it's right. Because you could say it's my fault that I didn't really ask enough questions to find out if, you know, I was going to get the role I wanted or not. You got to remember, I didn't see the warehouse when I went for the interview, so I didn't really think the warehouse was a big part of the company. But obviously, once I turned up there and saw a big warehouse out of nowhere, I was like, yeah, I might have messed up here, right? I should have asked in the interview, hey, so in like a sales point of view, will I be able to improve my customer service and, you know, sales skills because I want to be a sales rep in the future and stuff like that. I should have asked questions like that, and now I know 100% to do that for my next job, so I don't have to quit another job after 2 days and make the same mistake. Yeah, sorry for another video of me yapping. I've even made a freaking playlist on the YouTube channel called Me Yapping, so you know where to find them. And also because I like to put all my videos in a playlist, and videos like these, like it's not a mindset video, it's not a muscle video, like what am I meant to do? So it's like, I like a nice little playlist of videos that you can find where I'm just talking about myself, you know, we just trying to like, we're almost having a normal conversation, you know what I mean? Hopefully you can take something from this video. I don't know, these videos are not necessarily made to help you. They're kind of just made for you to just learn a little bit about me and what's going on in my life. But yeah, I mean, if this video helped you in some way, if there's any advice you could take from this video, that's great, and I'm really glad about that. But yeah, I think it's definitely good for you to learn more about me as well as me making the normal self-improvement videos. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Don't think I really have anything else to say. I have been reading a lot. Like I said, I read 100 pages a couple days ago. No, not a couple days ago. About 4 days ago, before I even had the first day of the job. I read this book in like 3 days. How to Win Friends with Influence. Very good book, really recommend it. I've seen it a lot. For months I've been meaning to read this book and I've finally read it. Very good book, I definitely recommend it. So I might make some videos on this book. I've actually like written like in the notes app, you know, on the iPhone with the notes app, I've written all like the things I've learned from this book. So I might maybe pick a few things out and make a video on it just to talk about it and give you guys some, you know, some advice of, you know, how to win friends and influence people. I had to read the title of the book because I didn't want to mess up on camera. But I do know the title, yeah. And the book I'm going to start reading right now is this one right here. I've only read 1 page of it because, yeah, don't ask why. But obviously I'm going to try to read as much as I can today. The 4-Hour Work Week. This book I definitely could use, especially if I stayed at that job. Because, you know, it's a book of, you know, escaping the 9 to 5 and becoming rich. So, you know, I've heard great things about this book. I'm hoping it will work out for me, and I've got a lot more books to read. So I'm gonna be reading. Hopefully I can learn stuff and, you know, tell what I've learned on camera, make a video on it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm yapping hard right now. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you for watching as always. Take care and peace. Bye-bye.